Hello everyone. Today this is not a video that I'm making here, but this is just an introduction of a session I conducted at an senior citizen club, you can say, or meeting place where we go. What was it about? It was about sound and music. Okay, I'm not a musician or expert in music. I don't play music, but I have always had interest in the theory of music, the numbers, what can actually be called as musicology. So what I am going to present now, it is not the complete session, but most of it is recorded. I am going to join it with some parts, and maybe I'll add something in between and make a complete video. So this is about starting from sound, and from sound how do we reach music. And then I have been using software on computer, and I am mad with one software called as the modular synthesis software called as VCV Rack. I'm going to use that as a tool to describe. So see the rest of the video, and in between I might have some recordings like this. Enjoy.
Today I'll just give you introduction to sound and music. Basically it's a more even introduction to sound. Even sound we don't understand. How the fundamentals of sound, what is music, what is not music. So I'm going to go into those details. It will be technical, but I'll try to keep it to minimum level so that it doesn't overwhelm. And then I'll make it maybe about 45 minutes. And then you can ask questions, that will be more interesting. So then we can actually understand whatever technical you are not understood or you want to understand. If you want me to make it more simpler, then you ask questions. In between also you can interrupt and ask me.
Yeah.
So let us start with sound. So what we know about sound is primarily from our hearing. Sound is for us hearing, it's the ears. And the sound always comes to us from air.
Yeah.
Except for some new high-tech headphones which actually directly transmit the sound to your bones. You know them, no? No. There are some headphones which are, instead of going into the ear, they are connected here and they transmit the sound directly to your bones.
The
It doesn't
inner,
come as sound at all.
it goes to inner bone.
Ear bones from here. You connect. They are touching here and you can hear the sound. There are some headphones like that, so that they don't disturb others. And your ears are still open to hear from outside.
We don't know that.
Some microphone headphones are there like that.
Yeah.
So the technology for that is all the sound and there are even headphones with noise cancellation. They cancel outside noise completely. That is all happening. Let's not go into that. So primarily sound what we hear is from vibration of air which go into our ears and we hear. Now there are as we interpret and as we hear and enjoy, there are primarily two types of sounds. And third we can call it speech. One is noise. And whatever roadside noise are there, which we don't enjoy. And the other is music. So the simple layman definition of music, meaning for a common man, is whatever sound we enjoy and we like, it feels good. That is music. So music need not be that you have 10 people singing and instrument playing and all that. So simple musical sound is something that is likable and pleasant. Okay. Now here, just for showing, I got some musical instruments for you. So actually first this and then I will come to the video. So this is a simple musical instrument. I can't play it, but it sounds good. Now this is a simple bell. This is also a musical instrument. Now this is, though I say that this bell is simple, it's not actually so simple. in the sense that you get.
You will touch that and do like this, na?
So in the sense that this bell, when we bought, I bought it at ISKCON temple. These come in different tones, different musical tone, and you can select out of them. So I selected this. So I like this tone.
Like the temple nalli irukala. One time.
Different
Different.
Different sound, yeah. So
And when we do puja at home,
that
that
is also-
temple also stays to sound one
so
different.
this, whatever they were selling, those bells were with different sounds.
Different
and I purchased the good one. Now this is another sound instrument which makes sound by vibration. Have you seen it?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬಡದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Usually Tibetans, Nepalis, they
Yeah.
Train ಮಾಡೋದು ಟಿಬೆಟಿಯನ್ಸೇ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ
So this is the other one, and this everyone knows this is
Flute.
common flute.
also
I was trying to learn it, but I could not progress much. So
ನಾನು ನೋಡೋದು ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ.
okay, so Basa. Now that was only to show you what musical instruments are.
Different,
So now
sound.
different musical instruments. Now again, I will come back to that when we go into the theory. So as I said, there are different types of sounds. As I told earlier, okay? Primarily noise and music. And the third one, what we can say is speech. Meaning it's neither not music nor meaning just whatever we are
Just,
speaking, day-to-day speaking. Whatever. So the best definition of what is noise is one of the best, and unpleasant noise is roadside noise. There's a lot of chaos and noise. But still more unpleasant if you have heard or if you already have experience with it. You take two thermocol pieces. Thermocol, you know, packing thermocol pieces and rub them against each other. Rubbing against each other, that's very unpleasant and you can't stand it.
Oh, I never thought.
Yeah.
Thermocol
Thermocol pieces, if you rub against each other, the noise will come and it will
Irritating.
very irritating and very unpleasant. So, one side. But noise can also be, technically noise can also be useful. In the sense that now when I go to some software, that the noise is also used for making some effects, especially the drums. They sound nice, but internally, technically, the sound of a drum is actually noise.
Is it noise?
No, not
Beating.
microscopically. If you look at it, sound of a drum is a noise, which I'll show you. So drum technically is a noise kind of sound.
Oh.
Though it is musical, so noise need not be non-musical, unpleasant.
Oh.
So unpleasant noise is like that thermocol, but drum primarily it is a noise sound, and which what it means I'll show you. We'll come to that. Okay. So the next one is, I already told you, whatever feels good to your ears is music. And why it feels good, I'll come to later stages. So when I show other things. Meaning why a certain type of sound feels good, why a certain other type of sound does not feel good. That is going to be also a part of this, but a little later. Okay. Now I already presented you some sounds.
Yeah.
Which I was showing them some of the sounds. Now, primarily sound is what? Sound is a wave.
Frequency.
Okay, sound is a wave and it always has a frequency. This is showing what is called as a sine wave. In science and mathematics, we call it a sine wave. Sine is a function. Most of you will know. So this is a primary thing is a sine wave. Simplest thing is a sine wave. And that has a frequency and amplitude. So primarily they decided by frequency and amplitude. Frequency is the oscillation at which it vibrates, and amplitude is the volume. That how large it is. That decides the two primary qualities of sound. So to understand what is frequency first, most of the people what we know in music and all, we know the swaras, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, sa. And they are also called as notes. In English they call notes. In our language we call as swaras.
Swara.
They are primarily frequencies. They are primarily particular numbers. Only then they sound as swaras. Which is most of the times when they teach music, they don't tell because they try to avoid or hide the mathematics because it will become too complicated. So it is the swaras, the fundamental of swaras is their frequency. Not that you say sa. You may say sa, re, or you may say just sa, 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 sa. But still they are actually different notes. Whatever we say by word, the word sa is not important. It's the frequency which we say is more important. Only then it becomes music. Now to explain frequency, I have a very simple device here. Now we have this scale. Okay. Now here using this scale, I am going to show you what is vibration. Firstly, something that vibrates, which causes the sound. And what is vibration? So I will keep this scale here. I am using the hooks to hold it. Okay. Okay. Now I am keeping this scale here and I am vibrating. Okay, I will keep it slightly tilted so that for the video you can see. Now if I do it like this, see this is vibration. Now we have seen how many times it vibrates per second, maybe about something like 6-7 times or whatever. Okay, so this is the frequency of it. Now if I make this scale short, the frequency will increase. It is faster. If I still make it shorter, it is still increasing. So the same instrument, this is also the principle of musical instruments. The same instrument can produce different frequencies by making it shorter or longer. What the instrument that I showed you here is what is called a reed, R-E-E-D. Free reed. It's called a free reed. Free meaning it vibrates on freely on one side. So you may wonder that musical instruments, there are thousands of different musical instruments. Okay, before that, this one more important thing to know. Human ear can hear a frequency between 20 hertz. Hertz means 20 vibrations per second. Whatever you heard now are low, meaning 20 to 30 to 40 or 50 maybe 100. It was not sounding like a sound, but it is maybe around that much. So human ear can hear as low as 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. And there are other animals which can hear beyond
Dog.
dog. Yes, that's why they have the dog whistle, where it's very sharp sound. And when you whistle it, we can't hear it,
Yeah.
but the dogs can hear it. So that whistle is made such a way that its frequency beyond 20,000 hertz. And maybe many other animals hear at different sounds. There are some animals who even hear what is called an ultrasound. Ultrasound is much higher frequency, and that is, you know any animal that hears ultrasound? No. Then you are somewhere near. No. They may be hearing ultrasound, but dolphins maybe, but there is an animal which hears ultrasound and it doesn't have eyes. It uses that as a sign. Bats.
Oh.
Correct.
Bats.
Oh.
They produce ultrasound frequencies and then hear it, and that using that they navigate. Their hearing is their eyes. So even ultrasound can be heard, as I said, by bats. Okay, so this is the frequency range. Now the next one is now how do we know frequency? If we want to measure the frequency, how do we know it? So nowadays, even on phone and everywhere, there are apps. Have you seen any app on a phone which can measure your frequency?
No.
No. Okay, I'll show you on phone. Her phone I'll show you, and then I'll show you here also.
Wait, let me show.
Okay.
No, I will.
So this is an app which shows the sound like a graph.
Oh.
Okay. it is showing now very meaning outside sound whatever is coming, and plus I am speaking. Now I stop speaking. So it has stopped. Now it is showing me frequency here. And now if I make
That
a
is per second, huh?
per second, yes. Now if I make a particular sound, it will show steady frequency. I'll just make that. See. So otherwise it jumps here and there because there's some noise coming from outside. If I make a steady sound, it will show the frequency. Now that way, same way you can use similar apps and you can know the frequency of anything.
Yeah. Show it here, no?
It is showing something like 3000 hertz.
When we take a video, then you can show to him and take a video like that.
Okay. See, this is showing something like 3000 hertz. Okay. Now you hold it in your hand and I'll play the bassuri. Because the bassuri is tuned to a particular note. This should show 440.
You can be here, sir, then I can take photos, videos.
This can, no, hold it in your hand. This should show 440. What was it showing?
Yeah, more than 4,300.
Yeah.
1300. That was the point. Yeah. So around that. So this is tuned to a particular note. That's why this was showing that 450. Meaning I didn't play it properly.
Many basuris, no? Each basuri gives a different.
Yes, they're tuned to that different scales.
Ah.
This is what is called as the A. Middle A, which is 440. I didn't play it properly or not holding it here. So it should ideally show 440. So that is Bassuri is slightly variable depending on how you hold it. But what I said, it was showing 450. So it's that. Okay. So you can use apps or anything to actually find out the frequency. Now I'm showing you an app here itself, which is and with that I also explain what is musical sound. Okay, now we can stop. Okay, so this is showing the continuously whatever sound is coming from outside. Okay, now here you see different bands.
It changes.
Okay, so here there is a frequency of something like 125 near the screen. I can't see, but you will be able to see.
500.
Okay. Now I'll play this and you can hear that sound. Okay. You saw two bands,
Yeah.
they have disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, so this may be a little deep, but it's very, very important. The difference between noise and music is here. I am stopping speaking also. So in a normal sound, which is I would call the general noise, you see the frequencies are everywhere. Meaning it's a mix of all frequencies, right from this 125 to whatever.
Yeah.
And a pleasing sound or a nice looking sound, musical sound has particular frequency, not just one, but a frequency and it's multiple. Now if I'll play this again and now you see the number here. One band has a particular ratio with the other band.
Oh.
it will have a particular multiple. See the red band. That was just below 500.
yeah.
And this band is just below 1000, around 1000. So it is, this band is double of that.
Oh.
So that is how even a single note. I was not understanding this for a long time. Recently, 3-4 years ago, I started going deeper and studying. Earlier, what we used to think in music is Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa and different music, which means that if I say Sa, Re, Ga, only then it is music. Simple Sa cannot be music. How one Swa can be music? If I just say Sa, how it can be music? That is what I was thinking. One Swa cannot be music because it has to be played. But one Swa also can be music because of the harmonies. It can sound nice because of the harmonies. That's why they say that some good singer, he just said Sa and then it was so pleasant. That is because of the voice of that person which contains the precise harmonies. Then you can get that feel of the sound just with one song. And that would be the greatness of a good singer. Now, here it is simple harmony. It's an instrument, so even anyone can make the same harmony. So that is the precise thing about music.
How
So-
do they control their
Control. So I'll pause here for some time. And hundreds or thousands of different instruments. The primary method of making sound by instruments is only 4 or 5. Most of the instruments can be categorized only under these 4 categories. So we have those here. Chordophone. Chordophone, the technical name for that is chordophone, is any string instrument. Tanpura, veena, violin, guitar, anything
which has the chord.
which have the wires, strings, and that is called as a chordophone. Aerophone is where there is a column of air which vibrates. That basuri, the primary vibration is created by the air only. A certain diameter, not diameter, the length of a certain column vibrates at a certain what is called as a natural frequency. So that is the aerophone. Membraphone, then you can also look at these as 1D, 2D, 3D. Membraphone is any drum. It's a membrane, 2D membrane which vibrates that in a 2D. A string is simple 1D.
In a close.
In a closed, no, in a closed, that is for enhancing the sound. That closed and everything is for enhancing. Just a simple membrane, which is heat, it will vibrate and it will make sound. But that sound will die down very fast. So all the other parts of it are to enhance and make that sound last for long. So it is 1D is that string. The aerophone also they call 1D technically. The membrane or they call 3D sometimes. 2D is the membrane. Drum. And this instrument, the bell or this. Here the entire body, entire 3-dimensional body of it vibrates. So this is the 3D which is idiophone. This one they call idiophone. The bell also is idiophone. So the entire body vibrates. And this, what is called as a free reed. The string is actually tied at both ends. This, the free reed, is also a type of chordophone variation. Okay, what is the time? You want to have tea now?
It's okay, you can conclude. This one you can. After
This is idiophone. And electrophone says what is electronic music. Electrophone says electronic music, which we are going to learn in the next part. Okay, so we can have
Tea
tea. We
break.
have to go upstairs.
ಒಂದು 20 ಜನ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೆಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಒಂದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ.
I I would conclude this video with a systematic presentation of the moving spectrum of some musical instruments. Now, this moving spectrum is a method that I like to describe type of sound, different sounds, how they actually look visually. I'm using a software called as Open Sound Meter, which on a laptop, which you also can use. I will not be talking much during this. I will describe the sound in text without disturbing the sound itself, and you can enjoy the spectrum. Please have a look, and that is the conclusion. At the end, I'll say just thank you beforehand. This is speech. Now I am speaking, and it is occupying a wide spectrum band, which you can see here.